Hey there, what's up? I'm Dr. Tony, SLP, and you're listening to How to Be Seen, the podcast where a supportive community of marginalized women, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and creatives empower and inspire you to become successful in your life and business by showing up dripping in authenticity. If you like real, honest, raw advice from a self-love practitioner and a collective of women who've done the work, you're in the right place. I'm so grateful to have you here. All right, let's jump in. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while also being able to empathize with and influence the emotions of others. It's not about suppressing feelings or ignoring challenges. It's about responding, not reacting. For example, every time you exercise your ability to remain calm during an extremely tense meeting, you know the kind. The one that has you secretly envisioning you flipping over the table and turning your own pen into a fierce battle sword. Yeah, you're using emotional intelligence because you actually understand why you're frustrated and you addressed it constructively by choosing to send a follow-up email or by asking questions at a better time. It's not snapping at a colleague simply because you disagree with them or avoiding the conversation altogether. In short, emotional intelligence allows us to navigate stress, relationships, and challenges with self-awareness and intention, leading to better personal peace, which is what we all are kind of striving for, right? All right, enough for me. Let's get into this episode. Welcome, Devika. How are you today?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really honored.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so could you give us a little brief introduction on who you are, what it is that you do?
Yeah, thank you for asking me that. So, I am a business development and operations manager, and I also do executive life coaching for entrepreneurs. So, it's helping entrepreneurs with the practical business expansion stuff, as well as the emotional intelligence that's required in their leadership and in their business. And in that life coaching part, I help them a lot with major transitions in their life, trauma recovery, family estrangement, family dynamics, emotions, burnout, anxiety, stress, everything related to emotions. That blends really well with the practical aspect of business development and expansion.
Nice. Okay. So, what exactly brought you into this space where you are working with entrepreneurs and their emotional intelligence? What brought you to that?
Yeah, I have a personal story behind this. So, to give a little background, for the past 6 years, I have been a marketer. I've been a successful copywriter. I've worked as a chief marketing officer for several startups and coaches. And then came a point in 2023 where I started to feel like my identity was changing. I just felt like transitioning. And along the same time, a lot of my personal life was also changing. I cut off from my family of origin and for several reasons. And then I also had a lot of changes happening with my friendship dynamics, with my personal life, emotional dynamics, and they were all affecting my business. I took a sabbatical for almost a year. I was having some health challenges as well. And that made me realize our business is not just about the practical stuff of business, it's also so much about our emotions because when we have so many things going on in our life, it massively affects our business. And there is a way we can balance both of those. I'm a certified life coach, and I still have the 6 years of experience of being a marketer. And I merged that into business development and operations, the practical side of it, as well as the emotion side of it.
Okay. So, for business owners or leaders listening, what signs should they look for that would indicate trauma or unaddressed stress?
So it all starts with this burnout where you're probably feeling you've taken on too many responsibilities and you're feeling the burden, they're feeling overwhelmed, or even direct emotional pain. Those are normally the early signs.
So, do you have any tips or advice for managing personal stress and maintaining resilience when challenges come up as a business owner?
First of all, identify where it is affecting your business and your own well being. For example, if you're going through major life transition, that life transition also affects your business.
Mm.
And second thing I would say is when they feel burnout is majorly because of unalignment. So check your alignment. Where are you feeling aligned with what you're doing in your business? Like the mission and the vision of your business, has that changed? So those are things that I would say good starting points.
Now, with the holidays coming up, what do you advise entrepreneurs and business owners who will be surrounded by family who might be triggered by certain things emotionally? What tools, techniques, or strategies can they use to neutralize and balance what might trigger them?
Yeah. And then such a good question. So I would say, first of all, boundaries. They're very, very important. Where, first of all, you become sure of what things you're ready to tolerate and what things you're not ready to tolerate. So some things you will have to pass. Some things, if you go to these family dinners or these gatherings where you know some topics are going to come up, most likely you're already aware of those topics that might trigger you. So prepare yourself mentally, because if you have to go, and you know these topics might come up. Like one of my clients recently had to go to a family dinner for, I think there was Canadian Thanksgiving recently, and she had to go for the family dinner, and she's gained a lot of weight in the past 1 year because of certain health challenges. And she knew some extended family members would comment on her weight, on her body size. And she is like, I told her, you know what, prepare yourself mentally. You can do two things. Either if it's like a small jibe, you can just ignore it. And if it's triggering you, you can just straight away say that, hey, I'm not up for receiving any comments on my body weight. So you can just actually say that. And that is putting your boundaries. And she did that. And it was really helpful for her, because there were a few relatives who started commenting on her body weight and trying to feign that concern that, oh my God, what happened to you? You gained so much weight. Can I help you with a diet plan? Can I help you with that tonic? Can I help you with that pill? And
Wow.
and she was just like, oh, thank you. And very politely, because that's what we worked on in our coaching session, very politely, she just said, I really appreciate your help. I know you really care about me, but right now I just want to do this on my own. And because I'm working on this by myself, I'm not up for any kind of comments about my body weight, or it could be anything about me being recently single, or about me changing my career or losing my job. Just replace that with any new thing that you're not up for discussing, and say that. And of course, some of them will respect that, some others may not respect that. But you have to learn to exercise your boundary again and again. If they don't understand it then the first time, you have to repeat that sentence again when they bring that topic. So do that again. So this is where I think that's the best way to do this, because you will get triggered, and that's okay. Don't just take comments and things that people say that hurts you or triggers you, but you don't say anything back.
Right.
Don't be passive. Also, don't be aggressive, because that then changes the dynamic. You can be polite and you can just thank them for their care and concern, and just say, at this stage, I really want to work on it by myself.
Right.
And I would really appreciate if you don't bring that topic up in our conversation.
That's awesome advice, actually. So, one last question for you. With everything that you do for your clients and all that you have to balance with your own business and your own self, what does self love and care look like for you?
I think it's constantly asking myself, what do I need in this moment? Being very mindful about the current moment, and just asking myself, in this very moment, what do I need? Do I need a nap? Or do I need to go get some chocolates? Or do I need to go maybe speak with my community online or in person? Or just maybe I need to work, because sometimes your work is also very satisfying. So constantly checking in with yourself that at this stage, what do I need to feel peaceful and nurtured? And of course, that can change from time to time. But if you check in with yourself, you'll have the answer.
I love it. Staying mindful and aware. All right. At this time, I definitely want to thank you for coming and sharing your wisdom and information. Thank you very much.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you for having me here.
all right. So now we're turning the conversation back to you. Are your emotions holding you back in any way? in business or career, in your relationships, in your own personal growth? When you have your answer and you're ready to discuss, come on over to Instagram at BC Network and drop me a DM. That's B as in boy, the word C, the word network, all together, and let me know what your thoughts are. I do hope you enjoyed the show and found the information helpful. Until we meet again, fill your cup first and share from the overflow. Spread light and love wherever you go. See you in the next episode. Bye. Hey there. If you enjoyed the show, head on over to bcnetwork.com to join the community. Please make sure to follow and rate the show. Feel free to go ahead and take a screenshot to show you were listening and tag me on Instagram at bcnetwork. Let's meet and connect so I can show you some love over there. Thank you so much for being here. Light and love always. Be well.